now in the studio. Ha 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 ha. We're live in the studio. Yeah, we're about to record our interview on the radio on WOPP, and we have a new band name. What's the name of the band?
Stayt8.
Yeah. Stayt8. Who we're talking to today?
Daryl Qualls.
Trip Richmond.
All right, we have permission to broadcast this setting that we're going to do in the studio from the guys. We are ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, all industry. This is all licensed, so YouTube, don't give us a heartache.
No.
And we're going to keep this live as we go into the studio, and we're about 5 minutes from actually going live on radio, but we're going to keep this live because I got every button working right. Woo! Come on in, guys. Pretty cool. All right, I'm coming in to control room now. We got to hit network news. Then we got a couple of commercials after that, and we will go then live with the guys. Let's go to Washington, D.C. for the very latest in world news here on WOPP. Woo, ain't that cool? Now let's get it set back up over here. Let me plug the power back into it so we won't have to deliver on battery all the way. See the control? Yeah, you see all that stuff? See there, see there, see there, and the guys, see there. How about that? That's one thing about before we hook up, you get to see the studio and all ahead of time. We don't do this very often. How about that? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Hope you enjoyed it. Watch me turn the upside down while I plug in the battery supply. There we go. Now let's turn the viewer one more time, I think. Where do I do that? I'm looking for the little button. Oh, there's the little button. There we go. Keep on. I'm going to get smart on this stuff. All right. We got coffee in there. Go ahead. We got plenty of time. Go ahead. I'm going to get me another cup of coffee, too. In fact, I left mine in there, I think. As soon as I come out of news, I'm going in the commercial block. Then we got the guys. Y'all getting to see the raw image before you go live on radio. Hope you enjoyed that part, too, to be honest.
New York's Gerald Nadler says it's good as far as it goes.
This bill does not include any provisions to strengthen our gun laws or to help keep guns out of the hands of those who should not possess them.
The measure passed with strong bipartisan support.
That's Capitol Hill correspondent Wally Hyde. An investigation getting underway into the crash of a military jet. It went down in the waters off Key West, Florida yesterday. 2 naval aviators were killed in the crash. On Wall Street this morning, Dow futures are up about 77 points. NASDAQ futures 8 points higher, and S&P futures better by 4.5 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Congratulations and happy birthday to our birthday party winner for the day, Henry Cleve Miller. Happy birthday, Henry. Hope you have a great birthday today. And be sure you swing by the radio station during our lobby hours, 6 until 10 in the mornings or in the afternoon.
Okay.
Hours, 2 until 5. And grab that
everybody getting coffee.
Cake from your friends at the sweet shop inside the Farmer's Eye GA in Lamar Plaza and right here at your community radio station, WOPP.
Looking for that perfect gift for the kid that has everything? Give them a CCB Koala Savers Club account. A special savings account that's just for kids, so it's fun and educational as well. When you become a CCB Koala Saver, you join the coolest club in town. You get a free t-shirt, your own deposit bag, a special gift.
They're in there messing up coffee, folks.
Any other valuable benefits like a money reward for good grades.
Put that little creamer in there and that sugar in there. Making chocolate milk out of coffee, what they're doing.
Community Bank, member FDIC.
Introducing Hardee's $5 All-Star Meals. Loaded with satisfying classics. It's $5. You get a charter or a double cheeseburger, hot dog, and oh yeah, fries, drink, and a fresh baked cookie. Or a double cheeseburger, a spicy chicken sandwich, and what? The fries, drink, cookie thing again? Or hand-breaded tenders, and spoiler alert, fries, drinks, and cookies for days, y'all. All for just $5 with $5 All-Star Meals. Stop by Hardee's and get yourself one today. Price of this may vary. Price is higher last time
Man. Let me get some fresh coffee now.
Yep, you need to get some.
Avenue. in downtown Op, from West Covington to East Covington, making a pit stop at Merle Norman. Stacy Egger and Stout will be her pit crew. If you want to get in Zell's talent chair, give Zell Calloway a call, 488-1044, or jump in Merle Norman's on East Covington Avenue. Zell's All Wheels has
Wow.
yeah.
See, I told you it's airplane.
Congratulations and happy birthday to
All right, we're about 2 minutes away. I am 5 minutes. That's been pretty good. I was 5 minutes behind.
Yeah. Are we 5 minutes behind?
Well, the thing is, I can go on down the place.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was, that's what I was saying.
Have you got in mind how many of your songs you really like to get on? You got 3 or 4 that you really like to get on?
Well, we don't have a,
How many you want to sing? 2 or 3 or 4? I mean, we're going to bull no matter what, but I mean,
okay.
you know that.
You want to do a couple?
How many songs y'all want to do? 2, 3, 4, what?
Let's do 2.
2?
Yeah.
Start off with one and then end with one, okay? And the bull in between?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Remember that we have
All right, me.
management
I know how to bull.
and parenting classes. We appreciate
But
the
yeah,
sponsors.
I don't know how much of it Trip wants to get into, but Trip's got some
493-8888.
real good LA stories.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll get to know each other.
it'll be the first time it's been talked about publicly. So.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Got any of that hush-hush stuff? Come on, come on.
It was hush hush. Still kind of is. Nothing like, Donald Trump's porn star.
Oh, come on.
Nothing like that.
I don't see nothing wrong with Donald Trump. I mean, hell, yeah, at least he ain't queer.
And there's that.
Yeah.
You know?
I kind of like it.
I actually have a problem with the whole deal. I can't understand this, and I don't know this person's whole life, but I've known a lot of people who work in the adult industry. I've known a lot of people who go to church, and you know what I mean? All ends of the spectrum, homeless people, wealthy people.
Yeah.
Anyways, the thing that troubles me is that, and I know we're being recorded, right? The thing
No, we're live right there.
The thing that troubles me about it is, did she do anything illegal to get to where she's at? How come all of a sudden now she wants to be like?
She's getting paid, that's why. Pretty simple.
You know what I'm saying?
Democrat Party, some of the slush money's paying her. Which is normal, that's normal.
Carpet, of course. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah.
This is head coach Jack Wood.
I've never seen a president attacked as long as this has been attacked.
Good God.
The whole year they've been in on this. And they also, used to, your family was off limits too. I will say, after he got mad about attacking his son, they hadn't done that anymore. The little one at home. But the others shouldn't be attacked either. That's part of his family.
Well, I mean,
Well, the ones working at the White House, they're public figures.
well, there's a general moral decline across America. Period. So, I mean, that's got a lot to do with it too.
I agree with you.
Mediacom,
Totally.
Optimistic
10
Rodeo,
seconds.
And WOBB Egg Clue. Egg number 10 has been found at the Carolina Country Store number 1 on 84. Heather Strickland found that egg.
Hey, egg number 11 will be posting clues shortly, so stay with us on that one. It is 48 degrees outside, and I have my old friend Daryl Qualls with me this morning. He called me the other night, and I was in Never Never Land, and man, I had a long bad. Well, actually, it was good, but I had too many good things going on, and one day my brain had done sunk.
Well, man, I didn't actually get your message until about 2 days ago, and I was listening to it, and Robert was like, man, you can call me after 7:30, and I might not answer, but there's a good possibility that I might, so just give me a call back, and if I don't answer, then I'll call you back tomorrow. I ain't never had you tell me that before. It's always been, well, just go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I knew I needed to sleep. I had done exhausted. I had burnt my cord that day. It was one of those days, and then when you called, the first time I talked to you, it took a little while for me to remember that we had that conversation, and then it came, because I had talked, I think that's the day I talked to the governor's office, Attorney General's office, with our agent. I don't know, a bunch of things besides the radio station too, so I didn't know where we was going with the conversation. And I get these people call, can I be in the rodeo? Little late. I think you've done the rodeo, haven't you? Have you done the rodeo?
I can't remember, man.
You can't remember?
I think I may have
Young. I think years ago you did.
when I was young.
Yeah.
Teenager.
Yeah, I think you did. We'll have to get you. We got to recycle you.
Yeah.
You're recyclable, aren't you?
Yeah. 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 A lot of real cool stuff's been going on. You know,
Yeah.
people have been following my Facebook page.
Yeah.
A lot of touring in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and Scott toured together, and while we was out, I played with T-Bird Hug,
Mm-hmm.
Bob Ferrari,
Mm-hmm.
Jim Bob Ashmore played
Mhm.
with him.
Mm-hmm.
They just bunches and bunches of folks. I mean, I could just go down the line, but a lot of cool stuff, and a lot of it, you know, if some folks want to see that, they can go on my Facebook page and go down through the live feeds.
Yeah.
I did a bunch of that. You know, people at home will say, well, hey,
Just Daryl Qualls or
yeah, they Daryl Qualls.
just plain Daryl Qualls?
Yeah. There's a group on there too called Daryl Qualls Music,
Yeah.
and some other people have put stuff up on that, which that's a closed group. So if you go, or not, maybe it's a public group, but you gotta
Join it.
join it.
Yeah. Kind of like the WOPP YouTube. I think you have to become a subscriber.
There you go.
You have to become a subscriber to pop it. But there's nothing to it. I mean, you just fill out the little thing. There you are.
Well, I think I got mine with like 2 questions on it just to
Yeah.
make sure it's not a
Yeah.
a robot or whatever. And on YouTube too, if you put my name in YouTube, basically just all
Bunch
kinds
of-
of stuff comes up.
Right. Well, we're getting, we're new in YouTube, and only a few weeks we've been really doing it. Well, we've done some older stuff, but Alan was here and done that, came out and done it, like Lamar Marshall out here, that kind of stuff. But we actually got our own stuff inside, so when you put WOPP Live, you go, there's a lot of stuff now. They'll get this stuff today, and we're going to pass it around, and
Yeah,
it's
we'll
going to
share
come
it too.
along. Some of y'all know how to edit it out, too. I don't know how to do that either. But,
Coming in, though.
are you in that?
I'm a little cavemanish.
Yeah,
Coming in
can't manage.
there.
Can you do it? Can you handle that kind of stuff?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Bunga.
Bunga.
Yeah.
Tell everybody who your cohort is.
Oh, this is my buddy Trip. Trip, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yep. Mississippi boy originally. Spent about 20 years in Nashville.
Really? Yeah.
Yep. In the grind, in the mix.
Up there where you can be in the business, but then you can find out even the person that's just served you the hamburger is in the business too.
Cash. Man.
That's it, man.
Yeah, he moved to town just to get on the road and live out of a suitcase.
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
the way it goes.
yeah.
You know, if you're trying.
It's a tough market, I tell you.
Yeah.
Because talent's everywhere.
Yeah, it is. It is. Lots of great talent.
Yeah.
And everybody can sing, man.
These artists, especially the ones that are just getting started, and these are either slowing back down. They do away with their band because they can have a band in 2 hours on the telephone. They can play anything. I mean,
That don't go so well sometimes, even in Nashville. I promise you.
they learn the ones that they get does works for them. Though.
Yeah.
They learn them in a hurry.
Well,
And,
you know the bad thing about that is too, though. I mean, I'm an advocate of both ways.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? Being a solo artist and showing up and just putting a band together.
Mhm.
That, you know me, man. I love jam band, and that's awesome. But I'm also a big fan of people that actually put a band together
and be
they
able
are
to
a
stay
band.
together. That's the problem.
That's the thing right there, and that's me and him have been talking a whole lot about that. But
You got to have an income. And,
Yeah.
and when you put 4 or 5, like the other night I saw a band, 9 people in it. There's no way anybody around here can book a 9-piece band and then make a living.
not particularly.
I mean,
No,
you'd
but
be
it-
lucky you can get gas money.
Yeah, little 3 or 4 piece though,
Mm-hmm.
it can work out pretty well.
Mhm.
You know, and the other thing is too, man. Like he's talking about around here.
Yeah.
We'll talk about around here for a 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
People just say you put you a 4-piece band together: guitar player, bass,
Mhm.
drums, vocals.
Mm-hmm.
If you get out, you practice,
Yeah.
you go play,
Mhm.
you have a good time with your crowd, and you
Mhm.
do a good time musically. You know, you do
Mm-hmm.
it well. The other thing with that is too, man. You got to get outside of your hometown.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's how you get a following.
Oh, sure.
You know, the people, I mean, he was talking the other day, you can play all your life in town, and it may just not do anything for you, but the cool thing is you get out.
That's where your fans become.
Yeah.
Because they've known you all your life, they're not a fan. They just know you.
That's my buddies.
Yeah.
That's my buddies. Which is awesome.
I learned that when I was at WTVY in Dothan. We done a concert with Bobby Goldsboro. Of course, Bobby was from Dothan. He had honey out, watching Scully grow. You know, he comes home. 250 people all showed up. He's hot as a firecracker.
Yeah.
He would have booked him in Birmingham. He'd filled the place. So I learned then that home folks. I don't say they don't support you.
They support.
They don't know you. They have no reason to go and see you.
Yeah. Used to.
Yeah.
Well,
They're probably fans on your fan
Yeah.
base and
Yeah,
tell
we'll
people
buy a
about you
t-shirt.
and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But showing up is kind of hard to get them to do it.
Yeah, and you know what? That may have something to do with oversaturating an area too. Because once you're somewhere for 15, 20 years playing, everybody's seen you 15 times. So
Yeah.
you know, it's not so special anymore.
Well, unless you pick a special time. You know, Martin came home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas, the family's around and all that, so he had a good turnout for. And I think they had about 350 people to show up, but I bet 100 of it was family.
Yeah.
Because it was Christmas.
Yeah.
They was in the Christmas spirit, and they had Christmas with Grandma and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. Well, you never know this business, I tell you. Yeah. 20 years at it, huh? Up there.
20 years, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get burned out up there.
I think I hit my.
Yeah.
I think I hit my maybe you might say darkest moment, but it probably really was that first ceiling. That was probably in 07.
Yeah.
And it was really not a good time in a way, you know, with the economy, which the general public really didn't realize the economy was shot by the end of 07.
Right.
It took about 09 for all of us out, out and about to really feel it.
Yeah.
But it definitely tanked at the end of 07.
Mm-hmm.
And I was blessed enough right about then to get a couple of angel investors to come along with a whole lot of money, man.
Mhm.
So that pulled me up out of that darkness,
Mhm.
you know. And I had been known in Nashville for a few years. I'd done a showcase and then did another one kind of back to back in 06.
Mm-hmm.
So I had emerged. I had been out for about 18 months, though I'd been in town 7 years, you know,
Mhm.
working behind the scenes. But and then, you know, it was kind of a rough moment as a person, as an individual, in those moments because here you are, you got somebody that's chunked, you know, $250,000 at you, and you're about to be on the radio. You're finally getting to cut your first LP, and you get to tour with your biggest singing influence, Earl Thomas Conley, and you got Mark Colley on the books with you on it, and you're rocking right along, man. And the next thing you know, the stock market starts crashing 5 months later, and your investor's like, something doesn't look right. You know, and what is it, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac? What's the name? What are the name of those two? You know,
They went the wrong way, didn't they?
They got my backing money.
Okay.
Yeah, true story. So,
Hey, I know about it.
so however that all happened, you know, it just and it's just been one thing after another. So I think I've been in a holding pattern, man. I'm supposed to do rock the whole time. So
Yeah. Well, the key is now with the music industry like it is. Now that you know the people, you can do a lot right here in Covington County. Because I mean, you can you use YouTube, you use your own Facebook. There's so many things that you can do yourself now. It's kind of like Shane Owens and Martin McDaniel right now. They're doing a lot of their label's small label, but they got some big name promoters right now. That's what's going to help you more than anything. But they're still on a small label and all that. There's nothing disgraceful about being on a small label nowadays.
No, there's not. Matter of fact, that's the best place to be.
Yep, because you got more control.
That's it, and you don't owe somebody a ton of money when you get done.
And you're seeing more and more of that happen. I mean, and I think that's the way to go.
Well, 18 or 19 years ago, when I first moved to town, a lot of us, like all of the people in my world, like Daryl and I didn't know each other then, but like me and the Daryls and me and my people, we were all looking at this bigger picture, man, and it was clear that the power was fixing to be taken away from the major entities.
The major.
Shifted to the fan and the actual people who really make the music, like literally have their hands.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that's one thing I love about this station. We were standing out there, and I said, "Hey, man, you can tell when a radio station loves music. I mean, we don't even get in the door, and all we see is music everywhere, man. That's good stuff, man."
Man, he's even got music comic books over there.
Yeah.
You see those?
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
He's a
We've been around a little while.
yeah.
Right. Well, hey man, there's a lot of, and I'm not knocking any of them. I love radio, and they've been good to me out in Texas and Oklahoma. But there's some of them that are pretty corporate, you know, and you don't see much music, and they're, you know,
the industry is changing. You know, we don't play the country that we used to play. The modern country has gotten filthy, but I do play a lot of the local country, and we still will do that. And I try, because we're not playing the top 40 no more, I try to get off the CMA board or voting. You know, I get 2 votes, on or and on the air. But I tried to get off of it last year. No, you've been on it 20-something years. We're not going to. I said we're not playing country top 40 no more. They said that's okay. You still got the knowledge. I don't.
you got the knowledge.
I don't keep up with it.
You got the knowledge of great music.
Well, I let the younger folks who work for me tell me what's hot and not hot. And I listen to them, you know, and vote that way a lot of time. I usually get their advice of how to vote. So, but the mixing of music, it seems is a lot better nowadays. We mix here, you know, the 70s and 80s and with rock and then country, but there's nothing like hearing a Chicago song and hearing Charlie Rich back to back. To me, that's good music.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you all the way on that.
Yeah. Now there's times I like good old country.
Yeah.
But we can't play all of it that way. So it's about the only time you're gonna hear country is on the morning show live, but this computer doesn't play country. But it would, and I told it to now.
Yeah, a lot of those songs, man, are timeless.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter how hillbilly they sound or
Yeah.
how New York they sound. You know,
Yeah.
if you get to listen to them, they really kind of have a common thread. You know?
The hell they did.
Yeah, I love that old hillbilly music. I really do.
Have either one of you really listened to Luke Childry? You know, he's from Op and on
How
the
you
Grand
gonna
Lot.
ask me that?
Have you ever listened to him really?
Yeah.
He's the first country rapper. Think about it. What he does is he tells stories, but he's rapping it. He's not like some of the Tom T. Hall and all that. Tom T. told stories,
Yeah.
but Lou had it rhyme with his,
Yeah.
which is rap.
Well, that's kind of along the same lines that I say that Hank Williams Sr. was not a country artist. He was the world's first punk rock artist. Same thing you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yes, but yeah, I get it. I get it.
And wrote some great songs.
Yeah.
Gosh almighty. You know, I love to hear Hank songs sung by all the modern artists. They're really good.
They don't ever play them fast enough.
You don't think they got them?
No.
They slow them down, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luke Childry was that's serious stuff. You got one of his records, right?
Oh yeah.
Right out front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to honor it. We got a statue for him finally, you know, at the depot.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but we need to honor him. We need to have a Luke Childry Day.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. We kind of honored him with the steel guitar thing, and Joe went and moved on us. So
Yeah.
we got to get some more people involved in that again, get it started back again. T. Graham Brown was here that last one they had.
I think you guys had Don Lynch down here too one time.
Yeah, I think so. And
Man, he is a serious player. Don Lynch, holy smoke.
And the one that played with Hank Williams all those years, the keyboard, passed away a couple of years ago. Don Helms.
Okay, yeah.
He was there 2 weeks before he died.
Wow.
Luckily, I got to talk to him and all. Wow. So I won't forget that either. You know, let's get something about it. That's like, you know, we got Charlie Daniels coming for the rodeo, and I've had the pleasure of talking to a lot of folks over my career. I mean, some people say, you know, and they are super famous, but I never had gotten pictures, and I'm like, I don't get into that. I just do my job and go on. I want a picture with Charlie Daniels.
Yeah. Charlie Daniels.
I want a picture with Charlie Daniels. I'm going to get a picture with Charlie Daniels.
Exactly.
And we're going to have him on air next week, so
Nice.
be sure to
Very
tune
cool.
in. Yeah, it's going to be cool, I think so.
Yeah.
Now, let's get back to y'all's project. Y'all have been putting together a few songs. Is it going to be actually on the CD, or how are you going to market it?
What we're doing right now is, well, you know, we're in op today to do that promotional video shoot, and we would like people to come out. You know, if they want to come out and sit and have a good time. It's what gonna be about
Be on
30
film?
minutes.
Be on film?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be about 30 minutes worth of you know, playing and filming, and we're having it here in Opp,
Down at Charlie's,
down at Charlie's place.
which is a great stage and
it
great.
looks good in there.
It's wow, and lighting's great.
Good
Good.
clean place.
Well, when me
Yeah.
and him was
Really
talking
nice.
about doing a promotional video, you know, I was like,
Mhm.
where can we do it at? And then I was like, man, you know what?
That stage is
We
great.
gotta check this out. And then I think you come down there and see it, man. It
What's the
looks
owner's
good.
name?
Cersei.
Cersei?
Yeah, Sean.
Super nice guy. Sean, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was real.
All right,
Cool.
what time
Yeah.
y'all gonna do that? Tonight or this
6:30.
6:30, early. Early.
6:30 sharp. And that's the other thing too. We want to do it early enough that people could get off work, go home, and then come up there for 30 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
have a good time with us, and then they get back home and do whatever they got to do.
I'll probably swing on by after. I got a rodeo meeting at 5:30.
Hmm.
So
Well, you just need to drag every one of them right down there.
might grab the mayor. That'd be cool in your video, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Tell her, come on now.
Yeah, we let her do a flash.
There you go. There you go. Come on down there. But yeah, we're gonna do for about and it's not gonna be extremely loud.
Mhm.
It's just gonna be me and Tripp sitting down playing. So it'll be real fun. But we're gonna get that done, and we got some other stuff rolling. We've been talking about going and seeing Wes.
Yeah.
You know, over in Enterprise
Mhm.
about getting something down to
Mhm.
you know send off. But
Mm-hmm.
we're just trying to piece it together as it goes.
Yeah, man. We're gonna do a lot of our favorite music
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
You know, as much as you can in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like a lot of traveling bands that you know aren't on the biggest stage yet.
Right.
We're gonna put together like a body of work of
Right.
most of our favorite stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe a few favorite songs that other people like. And then meanwhile, I've got about 60 songs that we're gonna finish up.
I was gonna say y'all got some original stuff. haven't you?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
60 plus, man. And we're gonna get in and we're gonna work on those and take our time with it. You know,
Mhm,
and it's some really strong material. Not trying to do that, but it's pretty strong work, man. So.
Well, you have to have the video stuff too. Many of these opening acts, every somebody decides on has to sends a video.
Yeah.
The opening for the major act to open. They got the right to say yes or no.
That's it.
So
And that's what we're Skip Enzer can't
Yeah.
skip this video.
Yeah.
He's gonna come over and do it. He does some really good work. So we're doing this now.
Yeah.
And then of course when we get some stuff recorded, you know, we may have Skip or somebody else come in and, you know, do a full out,
yeah.
you know, music video, which Skip's wanting he's wanting to go to Nashville up there with us
Yeah.
and,
Nice.
and do something at one of those venues.
I bet
So,
Skip can give us some advice on what we need to be doing on YouTube and all that too. Because I know he's been doing it a lot longer than us.
man, yeah, you ought to get Skip up here. As a matter of fact, Skip, he told me last week, he was like, man, he said he couldn't make it to Opp so early in the morning, but he does want to come over here and meet you and be with you one morning.
You don't like early morning, huh?
Mm.
Well, go stay up all night. That solves that.
Skip don't stay up all night.
No.
No, Skip's really cool, man.
Yeah.
About 10:30, you can start seeing the twinkle leave his eye.
He's one of those 8 hours guys, huh? Needs
Yeah.
8 hours sleep.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people around here knows him, but just don't know they know him. He's the guy that's got the little Caesars over in
Mhm.
Andalusia, Alabama.
Okay.
But he's always happy, man. Smile, just a really, really swell guy.
Good. All right, y'all gonna do a song. Let's
Yeah.
we're gonna do a song now. Is this an
So
original or a cover or what?
This one will be a cover.
Yeah, I think we'll cover a couple. We
Yeah.
were talking earlier about the cat out of the bag thing.
Yeah.
And then we were just talking about, you were asking some of our plans and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're looking at getting into touring pretty heavy this year, we hope.
Yeah.
And between my friends and Daryl's friends and his business contacts and a few of mine, you know, we were talking about, he's got people in Arizona, Nevada, and New York, and a few folks in LA, and I've cultivated some friendships and business relationships out in LA over the course of the last year plus. Turns out I spent 24 months waiting on an answer from the Stone Temple Pilots. I was one of the guys they were looking at.
Okay.
And went out there and performed with them and everything. And as far as I know, I'm the only dude that wasn't talking. So, so that body of work that Scott Weiland had put together, I feel like spiritually was placed on me, and that's where those 60 songs came from.
Okay.
And then Daryl and I, we got paired up in a good way through some mutual friends, musicians and stuff, through Scott and all. And we just kind of have that same direction, man. We work together really well. And so we thought we'd do a couple of these things that I did when I was out in L.A.
Okay.
You know, go in that rock direction. This is sort of where we both come from in part. We both got influences.
Yeah, about the same
abroad.
influences, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you were talking earlier about T. Graham Brown. I got to hang out with him one time, man. I love that one song he's got, If You Could Only See Me Now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those timeless things, like you were talking about a little while ago. You know, it sits right up against, you know, Hank Williams, Blake Shelton, Def Leppard, whoever, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Chicago, you can lay a song like that, so
Well, you know, T. Graham's Wine to Water, when you know the full story on that, that's an amazing song. Because he battled alcohol, you know, turned the wine to water, and became a Christian, you know. So when you understand the song, sometimes the people need to know the background of the song, and I think I think it means more than.
There's a whole bunch of seeds in these 60 songs. These 60 songs have got a bunch of seeds, lyrics like see the blood, see the Son of Man, seek your heart and make your stand.
Yeah.
But very rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
Very, you know, just almost peeled back hard rock, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what that's gonna be about.
Cool.
Now I'm still in the flesh. Best I I'm pinching.
Be sure you're still here.
I'm still, man, but those messages are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one.
All right. So we'll play plush for them.
Yeah, man. When I feel the time's a ways to go, so where you going to tomorrow? And I see that these are lies to come. Oh, would you even kill? And I feel it. I feel it. Where you going for tomorrow? Where you going with the mask I found? And I feel when the dogs begin. When I feel so much depends on the weather. So is it raining in your bedroom? And I see that these are the eyes of disarray. Oh, do you even care? And I feel it. And she feels it. Where you going for tomorrow? Where you going with the mask I found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell out. Well, she smell alone. Well, the dogs to find out. Got time, wait for tomorrow to find it. Well, the dogs to find out. Got time, wait for tomorrow. dogs begin to smell her. Well, she smell alone. Well, the dogs do find out. Got time, wait for tomorrow to find it, to find it, to find it. Well, the dogs do find out. Got time, wait for tomorrow to find it, to find it, to find it. Find it.
Hey, I liked it. Yeah.
He's such a soft-spoken fellow, but
Yeah,
then when he
sing
starts
hard.
singing, it's a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot different in it. Yeah, it caught my attention. He did the old-fashioned way of monitoring, though.
Yeah.
Cupped his ear.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people ridicule me about it. A lot
No.
of people are cool about it. But
I know how to do it in radio. I have to do it.
first time I've sung in the morning in a long time.
Wow.
Since my last radio tour 3 years ago, I guess.
Yeah, we can't do morning shows at midnight.
I know, right?
That's the first time I played an acoustic guitar
Yeah.
since the last time I was in. Well, no, I played one that night. What was I playing my electric?
Yep.
When we was jamming out last time you was down, I was on the electric.
Now you can do the Ernest Tubb record shop at midnight.
Yeah. I think I used your guitar the last time I was here, didn't I?
Use Tori's, I believe.
Tori's? Okay.
Yeah, she had one here.
Yeah.
I don't think there's one laying around here right now.
Man, you need
Yeah,
a nice-
we got a piano that's back there, but we
I've been
didn't.
trying to get Robert to let me record right there for about 10 years, and every time he was like, yeah, we'll get that going one day.
Well, bring your own equipment. And the room, hey, the room's been used. Look, let's see. Shenandoah's, I forgot which one it was. Shenandoah, one that Billy Henderson helped write with Mike McGuire. The demo was done right in there
Really?
before we came on the air. Yeah.
Slow song?
No, I can't think of the name of it. Shenandoah is one of their old ones. That had been 79, 80.
Oh,
It was released in 83, 84. That's something else people don't realize.
schooling me, man.
You do those demos, and it may be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years.
Mhm.
Nobody getting over me by Ronnie Millsap was in the I'm gonna say closet. 11 years before it was released.
But you know,
Well-
listening to how they produce Millsap,
Get a little bit closer to me.
it makes sense listening to how they produce Millsap, man, because
Yeah.
he was really probably way ahead of. If that was 11 years prior, he was way ahead of his time.
Well, Mike McGuire not Mike McGuire, Walt McAnally who wrote the song, you know, and Walt was working for it in the studio up there at Muscle Shows with Rick
Johnson.
Hall.
Hall, I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
And in fact, Rick had gave him 2-week notice because he hadn't had any hits.
Hey,
And luckily, the next week, Ronnie hits the airways with "There's No Getting Over Me," and it's kind of a hit. Yeah, and Walt did not know he had recorded it. Because I know once you put it up on the market, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
You'll get your money, but
Yeah.
and you'll sometimes don't know it till you get the check.
Yeah.
heard of that? Hadn't
Yeah, every 6 months. Sometimes the check is 67 cents, and sometimes it's $700, $800. I've got some friends that's done that. You know, they laugh about the check sometimes, and sometimes they say, "Goodness, Lord looked after me," because you never know what it's going to be. You can't live off of it. What I'm getting around to, unless you get a lot of monster hits, then you can live off the royalties.
Yeah.
But it sure is nice to get that little bonus every once in a while.
Yeah, I went with a friend of mine. We were hanging out for a while and talking about writing a little, and we had just kind of paired up to do that, and got to a place where we were pretty good friends. I went by his house. We were gonna go grab some lunch one day, so went to the mailbox today. Supper's on me, and he said, "Yeah, I didn't know I was getting a check for the Kenny Rogers Christmas things that I've done.
Yeah.
It was like $17,000,
You never know.
And I mean, this is stuff that Kenny had cut several years prior. So
In the old days, the 45 record, a lot of times on the backside of a hit, a lot of times it was somebody working for a studio that was having, money problems, and the producer would put that person on the backside, and that other make the hit. You get paid the same much as you get at those days. You got the same money as the hit that guy.
Nice on the mechanicals.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
gone that day though.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how you structure your papers.
Well, yeah, and see, one of our arguments in radio, because of the computerization, anytime they want to know our 3 days of music, we send it to them. We could actually send it to them daily, and be accurate, and that's what we've been arguing with ASCAP, BMI, and Seaside. But no, they don't want that because they want a percentage of our gross. We want to pay for when we play.
Yeah.
Wow.
They want the percentage of our gross.
That's
in case y'all are not aware of that.
Wow.
Not the play.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and they only want 3 days of the play to pay you, the writer, and the artist.
Skim it.
You understand how they screwing it.
Well, I mean, until recently, and you were telling me about this,
Yeah.
Earl, most of the monetization on anything to do digital on the internet, they're not paying. I mean, I've got friends that have, one guy's got 13 #1 hits.
Yeah.
They're not paying these writers, man, successful or not. Songwriters they're not paying. They're not paying the whoever holds intellectual properties. No matter if you got 200% of a pie, as you well know, no matter what percent of that pie, if you have both, if you're a writer and they're still not paying people. Man.
Well, Lamar Morris has had to get legal aid to get a lot of stuff being played in Europe. He's not getting money.
Yeah. Well, thankfully now they're starting to try to integrate some of that.
Yeah.
And we have SoundScan that does a pretty decent job, but that one company can't do everything, and that's what they're tackling. SoundScan is tackling the internet stuff, overseas stuff, YouTube.
Well, there's a regulatory board for just about everything here in the United States. I'm talking to you guys right now. So you're listening, or somebody is. I'm for you. I'm not against you. We need to get to
change the system a little bit.
We just need to get to our representatives and a little harder, and more of us get to them, and be, and those who are that we've elected that are in the position to make a difference, to have these entities that own these internet channels or whatever, these internet formats and forums and places where the music's being played and being sold, to regulate them. And to make sure that because there is a regulation in place, but it doesn't define the volume that they have to pay out.
Well, the thing is the regulations that are in place now are more in place for the publishers than it is the actual artists with the publisher.
Well, that's not a bad thing totally, but I'm glad to hear that that's happening.
Well, it's not completely a bad thing, but a lot of the times when you're talking about like YouTube, there's nobody to go to bat for the artist. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's like when Pearl Jam took on Ticketmaster in the early 90s saying, look here, the tickets are way too high.
Your YouTube and your Facebook, I think it's just a way to market yourself. I don't think there's much money to be made off of it.
Well, actually, they got YouTube Red now.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. YouTube is going to more of a television and a radio station type of
format.
Atmosphere. Yeah, format. So maybe not in years past. It was a great promoting tool, but at this point, YouTube has turned into the world's largest
broadcaster.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, they can pick up commercials and all, and make money. I believe there will be another out soon for artists. To be only for new artists. That would be wonderful. There.
Yeah.
You had a service just for new artists.
Well, that's the thing about YouTube. They can pick and choose who they're going to allow to have one of the channels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's even, in years past, people say, well, K-Rock has picked whoever they wanted to be the #1 single for the past 40 years. The problem is now that's YouTube doing that. Whoever comes up in that algorithm.
The new product will work because Floribama, main stage, when you walk in there, it has to be all new product. None published. All your new songs. That's where I met Buffett.
Indie only, huh?
Indie only. Yeah. But it can be a major artist, but you hadn't recorded it. You hadn't put it out yet.
I see.
Buffett, because he lives down there, he does a lot of his and see how the audience reaction is. that stage completely has to be unpublished or not on the market yet
Yeah.
to sing there. No matter who you are, you know, you would say, well, Wopp-Live can sing whatever he wants to. Not on that stage.
I see. So basically, you can't do anything where they'd have to pay BMI
Yeah.
cover. See,
Probably what they're up to.
sorry to expose you for it. I get it, guys.
But it's still a good way to
Yeah,
see
it
how the public likes your song.
Yeah, there's listing rooms around America like that.
Yeah.
It is a good format, especially if it's a. Well, you know, the cool thing about Fort Bama, though, I'm
Yeah.
sure in their expansion, in their vast expanse, that they
Right.
pay BMI.
Oh, they'd have to now because the other stages they
Yeah.
do.
We would like to play for you for that.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great place down there.
That country store, on the country station that does the, they're in the country cafe. Oh, I forgot what they call that.
God, rings a bell.
Yeah. they're right now they got a lot of old artists, and sometimes they have a new artist, but they've actually building a cafe up there that's going to actually be a real one, and they're going to promote it, and they're going to start filming their programs in the real cafe.
Nice.
But they're going to have a Wednesday night all new artists because so many of the artists live in that territory. So they're going to pick Wednesday night for them to come out and do nothing but new product.
Is that the folks that do that Blue Plate special? They'll come on and have like 2 acoustic songs from a certain artist every week.
No, this is different. This is man. I see the big guy. He's heavy set. He's the clerk. You have the lady that's a waitress and all. I am pulling a blank what that is called.
I've been blanking out all morning.
Yeah.
Blankety blank.
But it's a good show, and it's on. I can't even remember what night it's on now, but it's on Saturday night, I think, if I remember correctly, about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, something like that. Y'all usually pick it while y'all hadn't seen it, but they do replay it. It's
I
on
hardly
that,
ever watch TV, man.
yeah, it's on that
Hardly ever.
CMT channel.
I listen to the radio,
Well, that's good.
and
Or listen to your phone on the radio. Oh yeah, we have a lot.
I
of
actually
people.
know when I get in the truck,
Yeah.
I try to hit a FM or an AM dial.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because
well, of course that's what you're supposed to do.
yeah, absolutely, man.
Unless you got to arrange a WOVP, then you got to get on the phone.
Get on the phone and go on the app.
And then you put it on Wildfire. But
Did you tell me you guys have a new app?
no, we don't have
On the website, you got to. Yeah, well, I know you got it on the website.
Yeah, you can go straight to the website, and then of course you can go straight to TuneIn.com,
Cool.
and put us in.
Okay, maybe that's what you was telling me about. Because I've always just went to the
Most people go to TuneIn, they put it in their phone. That way they can have WOTV as their first choice.
first
Then
one.
they'll have their second choice will be if they're Alabama fan or whoever cares Alabama, and they'll offer that way. And then they have the Braves, you know, they got it. And then that way when you go to YouTube, you punch right in, and there you go.
Yeah.
Most of them got WOPP punching up first, and then they go together.
Have to have WOPP first.
Yeah, well, of course.
You know what you should do? You ought to make a redundant station on there.
Redundant, huh?
Yeah, so you can have WOPP first and second.
And third and fourth.
There you go, man.
Well, see, once you get the app on your phone, it makes it real simple to go to. These ladies around here keeps Robert up to date with technology because Robert has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, it's not a telephone anymore.
It's got way too much on it.
Yeah, it's a device with what
I
a
mean,
device
Just
with,
talking about-
Twitter and Safari and all that kind of stuff.
with telephone capabilities.
That's right. Device with ability to make the phone call.
Yeah. It's amazing what all's out there right now.
Yeah.
All right, y'all got another song you want to do, I understand.
Let's see here. Did you want to do lightning crashes or a nutshell or okay?
It's so weird because I'm gonna tell off on myself.
That's okay, we don't mind.
This song was always one of my 5 favorite rock and roll songs.
Mhm.
Maybe one of my favorite songs ever. And I even when I was in LA, I got to sing it with the people who wrote it, Alice in Chains, and got to perform with them. And the strangest thing to me was, and this is really bad because I'm a songwriter. I've been writing a long time, and words really matter. But I don't think I ever really understood the message of this song until I stood on a freaking stage in LA and it hit me like a ton of bricks. That it is exactly what's going on in our news right now
Mhm.
with our society. This lyric.
Mm-hmm.
It is 100% what it's about.
Okay, let's hear it.
Chase Miss Pretty Line. We face the path of time. And yet I fight this battle. No one to cry to, no place to go. Gift of selfish rage. Privacy's rage. And yet I find repeating in my head. If I can't bake my own, I'd be better dead.
Oh, yeah. I'm over here making sure everything's working on the YouTube. All right, you're just any. It's about 17, 18 seconds delay, you know. That's what's cool about this. But
Cool.
it works, man. So,
Very cool.
I'm still hearing you. Can't shut you up now. You like YouTube better now, huh? Or tune in.
Man, you know,
That's tuned in.
On that note, I was the whole word I and me and mine, man. We're living in the moment of meism, and
Oh, yeah.
me and a dear friend of mine who picked with me for years, man. About 3 or 4 years ago, we started really looking and talking about the word I, and it was the most freeing thing for me to be released from country music, and I love country music with all my heart, Robert.
Yeah.
But to be released from it and have this new opportunity, and I think the thing about it for me that was even better is starting this whole thing, you know, the 8, you know, the Stayt8.
Right.
It's actually, technically, it's a time and signature.
Right.
And drumming or whatever, but that's not really the origin of the title. But anyhow, just to be able to take my name out of it, and that was the thing that was appealing to me about the Stone Temple Pilots. You know, that I don't think they ever had an album that had a picture of anybody on the front of it.
Oh, yeah.
And only very few albums where they had their pictures inside of it. So moving forward in that nature, me and Daryl could get out here, man, and make this music and go under a moniker and under a name and stuff, and it doesn't have to, you know, you don't have to. Images in the age of image, in the image business we're in, right? It's not going to have to matter so much.
Well, the thing is, man, at some point, and I've got a feeling really quick, we're going to start seeing so many like album artwork, because it's not even album covers anymore. You don't buy it; it's just on the internet.
Yeah.
We're going to start seeing it going from a person's face to a duck pond again. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I'm good with that.
look at these albums up
Oh,
here,
yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
mean,
what-
even the Foreigner album up there that's got their pictures is really artsy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, there was a reason it was called artwork at some point.
I like the wild cherry art myself.
Oh yeah, that's really
Yeah, that's the first thing I see when I sent it out.
man. Look at that Midnight Wind poster.
Yeah.
What did I say? Bell albums?
Yeah,
I put that there so my preachers could see it.
there you go.
We
You know, and actually, when that came out, it was very risque. It's minor now. Nothing to it now. But it still would get your attention on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, of course, Wild Cherry. You know, us old rockers that like Wild Cherry too. Boston, yeah. Little Hendrix.
Oh yeah, you know I love Hendrix.
That's so cool because my mom wanted to go there about 30 seconds ago. You know, the listeners nowadays, it used to be in country music that the buyers, about 15 years ago, the buyers of country music were 8-year-old to 21-year-old women, girls and women. You know, 91% of the CD sales was to those individuals, that demographic.
Yeah.
But what we've got now, you think about back in the early 80s, we all had these little bitty tiny radios with one speaker in them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we've got these generations that are, you know, listening
Now
less than good sonic quality,
Yeah.
and they are craving Hendrix.
Yeah.
They're craving Boston. They're
Yeah.
craving who is Wild Cherry. I want to find out who that is. Who is Lou Graham? You know what I mean? They're all like,
yeah. Foreigner.
So I can see a rebirth
Eagles.
of real music. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I think it's coming, man.
That's Domino.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. That is good stuff. Absolutely. Well, I mean, you got cool bands out there now. Lucero
Yeah.
is a very, very good band. It's kind of like, they're almost kind of like Fish, or I'm going to even say Grateful Dead, where they're probably never going to have a #1 hit on radio,
Right.
but they float in an even line right there under it. You know, that's good career bands right there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say that the Eagles are split between a #1 selling band and the greatest jam band of all time. So, you know, they kind of have both of those qualities.
Well, they blend some well. They blend with rock. They blend with nostalgia rock. They blend with country. They're one of the most blending, group. You can, as they say in radio, you can't go wrong with the Eagles. Can't go wrong with Elvis. They got certain things you just can't go. Artists, it blends with just almost any format.
But I think there's a lot of bands that are going back to that format, like I said, Lucero, and then you've even got weirdo bands like Modest Mouse that are doing the same thing. You know, they're just playing concert after concert after concert, not really worrying about that we got a #1 hit. Because the cool thing is, radio stations like what Robert's got here, they play good music.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in. I hate when I hear like, well, New York City, LA, and Miami is depends on, we was talking about that a while ago.
Yeah.
Depends on who you are and how big you're going to be. But the cool thing is, it's kind of going back to radio stations like this, doing what we're doing, sitting right here.
I gotta be honest now. One of the reasons I've been able to stay ahead of the wave is I do talk to California radio stations, and I got some friends out there. I kind of know what's going on out there, and they're usually 5 years ahead of us.
Yeah, sure. But the thing is you also add this element.
Oh yeah,
so
the localism.
that's what I'm
The
saying,
localism.
You got the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're trying to do, and we've been lucky on that. There's no doubt about that. So, been lucky that a standalone AM station does as good as it does.
This dude says that he's lucky. Yeah, he wakes up at 3:30 a.m. and don't go to bed or leave his thing till 7:30 p.m. because he's working the entire time. Yeah,
Well,
that's not luck, man. That's hard work, and I've been watching you do it for a very long time. Me and this radio station is the exact same age. Do you know that?
really? Yeah. How about that?
Sure enough.
16.
Yeah,
No kidding.
He's 16. Yeah. Well,
I'm kidding.
The first time you had me in here, I'd been playing guitar for about a year. That was in
Right.
1994.
Wow.
that's a few years ago.
Yeah, that's a minute ago.
And station's older than that too. Yeah. Older
Yeah.
than you are, huh? Yeah.
1980, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
September the 19th.
Well, I got a
cool.
month on the radio station. I'm August 8th or 7th.
That's a lot of nines.
Yeah, about that.
What was that date? Hold on.
September the 19th, 1980. 10:05 a.m. on the wall back there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Elvis things. There's certain dates you just gotta have in radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd run the numerology on the numbers.
Yeah. You're done to numbers, huh?
Yeah.
We're old.
It's good stuff, man. I love this station, man. I do. I love this station. I tell everybody, I like your station. I like Lynn Oven's station out in Phoenix.
Yeah.
He is you, but just over there.
Out that way, huh?
Same thing, man. He is absolutely taking over Sun Valley. I mean, just
Yeah.
taking it slam over. Went from just a very, very small
yeah.
podcast to
Oh yeah, well we're the new technology may allow us to do a lot of that. We're working on. We got to get one project right. The baseball this afternoon, getting that on the air takes up time, but once we get the first one on, we got it made. Then we got the rodeo coming up.
Yeah.
So we've had to slow down on some other venues that we've been working on, but that's okay.
Well,
Got to make a living at the same time.
I think it's the format, man.
Yeah, well,
Because the people are starting to like the trend is what you've been doing for
yeah.
37 years.
I do know this. The teenage kids that I hire when they get out here, before you know it, they're saying how much they love the music, and so I'm sad that they hadn't learned the music before I made them learn it, but but we do have some kids grow up with us too with our music too. So,
Yeah.
of course, parents. That's where parents control the dial.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's another reason that we've always been very monitoring. You know me well enough to know I'm pretty open-minded on things. But when things on radio, I'm careful because a 5-6-year-old could have a radio in that toy,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I don't want them to pick up bad things from us.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Unintentional
I
exposure.
have to make a statement about this.
Yeah.
Again, I'm a grown adult
Yeah.
man with no ring on my hand, and I'm
Yeah.
I mean, we sit here and we talk about, this album cover
Yeah.
and all this stuff. But I have my best friend, a lifelong best friend, he has a 5-year-old daughter, and she loves to sing all these
Mhm.
various artists, and she can really sing at 4 years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
And it's troubled me ever since I heard this. There's this one song that's played on popular radio all over the world, and I think it's the first artist that got a billion spins.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name the name, but there's a line in there about having threesomes in the park, and I just have a problem with moms,
Yeah.
35-year-old moms riding around in their cars with this cranked up and their little 7-year-old daughters listening to it. I got a problem with that,
Yep.
man. So I commend you
Yeah.
on how, not that you needed me to, but on how you handle your station.
I'm trying to think about the kids. You got to
It's
do that.
important, man.
Yeah.
That's where the thread's breaking down.
Yep.
It's not the schools that are screwing up.
Yeah.
It's the parents aren't thinking, making decisions for the kids that have some longevity.
They remember everything at that age.
Mm-hmm.
You better believe it. All right. You're inviting them to 6:30. Is that right?
Yeah. 6:30. You can get there a little bit. They can get there a little bit earlier if they want to, but we're actually going to start playing at 6:30. So as a matter of fact, they probably need to get there 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
It's free. There's no cover to get in.
Okay.
Just come in, sit down.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play some for them, and then we'll fellowship a little bit with them, and then we're actually doing a secondary thing tonight in Enterprise, Alabama,
Okay.
at Sportsman's. We're going to go to their musicians.
I know we're sporting that.
So we're heading over there afterwards.
They can join me with my H2O. They can join me with my H2O. Water.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably
There
be
you
on
go.
the
Water.
H2O too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I'm sounding today.
When I walk in there, they got my glass of water for me as soon as I come in.
There you go.
Oh, Sean tickled me the other day. He said, since you've been coming in and out here, I've had on how many people out there? Robert back drinking? Yeah, H2O.
You know what, man?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people has different ideas on that particular establishment.
Sure.
But I can tell you right now, I wasn't here when he opened the place, but I've come back in town the last couple months and kind of been around. That place is clean.
Yes.
That place is very clean. It's nice.
Got the ventilation for the smoke if you do smoke.
Absolutely. He's got a really, really, really good ventilation system in there.
You won't smell no smoke.
Which one is this?
Another place over there.
Yeah.
At Charlie's.
Oh,
Charlie,
Charlie,
yeah.
yeah. I was blowed out.
Yeah. And the cool thing is too, he's not. I mean, if you want to come in and watch the band and have some Coke or some water or something like that, he caters to that too.
Oh yeah. He loved for it being known as a dance place.
Yeah.
He loved to have a lot of bands coming in. You know, you can't when you just getting started, you can't afford much.
Yeah.
So try to help him out if you're a musician out there. Want to play? I'm pretty sure he's got a stage.
And you know what too, man? He's had some pretty good bands in there. No Surrender's a really good.
Oh
band.
yeah.
Phil Nolan's band is real good. He's got Joe Tomlin coming in, and you know, Joe, a lot of folks say, man, Joe just acts crazy. You know, well, Joe acts crazy, but I'm telling you right now, there ain't a better Southern rock band in South Alabama. Period. That dude. Joe Tomlin can smoke.
He'll be good, huh?
He can smoke.
Yeah.
On a quick tip about that venue, I saw the owner showed me the before pictures.
Yeah.
Look, man, this thing literally all the wiring's new, the plumbing. He gutted this thing. It is brand spanking
Cathedral
new.
roof.
Absolutely. He took it out and took the words out of my mouth. Absolutely.
That's what makes it look like a venue.
That's the reason we're doing our video here instead of going to Nashville or New Orleans or something like that and doing it.
And he's got lights already set up too.
Yeah.
Great sound system, in-house, whole 9 yards, man.
Yeah. So
he even has for the ladies who like a more private bathroom, he's got the 2 primary bathrooms, and on the other side of the room, away from the dance floor and all, is a full-scale bathroom.
That's right.
And it stays super clean. I mean, and that's a big thing for a lot of folks, man.
And he's got pool tournaments on Thursday night.
Tonight, as a matter of fact.
And then I think he's thinking about doing Friday nights too.
Pool tournament?
Early. And then and if he has a Friday night band, let them start late. 9
well, that probably worked well anyway, you know, for the.
Nobody's doing a pool tournament on Friday night, so that'd be a good draw. And then have your band late. Some reason or another, that place still known as a late night place.
Well, it's a cool place over there.
Yeah.
It looks real nice, and thankfully we got Skip Enzer from Can't Skip This Video. He's gonna come over and do that stuff for us. Are you coming tonight?
After the rodeo meeting, I'll swing by.
Stewart Guitars sent me a new guitar to try out.
Okay.
You got to check this thing out, man.
You want me to play it, huh?
Yeah. No, man, it comes apart. For travel, for airplane. The neck unscrews, it goes in the back, you put the neck back on, never have to take the strings off the thing, and it just goes right back together. It's really cool, man. Stewart Guitars,
Wow.
It's beautiful, too. Nice tobacco finish.
I bet security of the plane people start keep looking. There's something there.
Hey, man, they always tear apart my guitar case.
You're used to that already.
Yeah.
What you got to do? Strip naked almost?
Just about it. Well, I mean, now they got it where you walk through the little thing, you know, and then they take the wands out, and then they patch it out, and then they X-ray it in the little tube. And
what surprises me, and you walk through the one at Panama City or one at Dothan, and go through the one in Atlanta, and you get out in Arizona, and you're coming back. You have to almost get naked to get that one, and then you got the same thing you did the other. You know, not a bit of difference in how you dress.
I can tell you from experience right now, if you're a musician and they tell you to empty your pockets, I usually keep my picks in my 5th pocket. My plectrums.
I got you.
So I forget you got your plectrum in your pocket.
Yeah.
You're stopped right then. They're going to check
it goes off, huh?
And run you down. What is that in your pocket? It's a pig.
A pig. What you picking with it?
Or how about when they pull out effects pedals, they're like, what is this? Because it's got a button on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
I got you.
Good point. It does come like a detonator, huh?
I got
wow, it kind of really is a detonator of sound.
All right, once again, 6:30 tonight at Charlie's Place, and you'll be a part of the music video being made. Be about 30 minutes of it, and they'll make. Of course, they'll be zooming in on the band, but every once in a while they're going to zoom around the audience too.
I think Skip's going to have 4 camera angles going.
Oh, good. So be a part of the video, and who knows what might happen there.
Yeah.
Who knows who might see you? Never know.
Yeah.
Well, I wish all the guys the best, okay?
Thank you, Mr.
I've enjoyed it very much.
Definitely.
Let me stop the thing. Let me see how I stop this thing now. There we go. Got it.